Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon to my subscribers. So today what I'm going to discuss is about one of the topics which everyone is asking to me these days. Is the world moving towards recession or are we in recession as of today? So the thing is, official definition, as per the definition, if you there is a negative growth for two consecutive quarters, then we are in recession. So as of today, today is 26th of June, and this particular quarter is going to finish in 3 days, right? So the first quarter of 2022 was negative. So if this quarter is going to be negative, then we are officially in recession, right? So what happens in recession is that people lose work and companies make less sales, make less profit, and the overall economy struggles, right? So overall, what happens in basically a recession, as we can see in the past few recessions, as we've seen in 2008 and the other recessions before that, right? People will lose a lot of jobs, and we have seen it particularly, as we can see, Tesla or other big companies have already started laying off people. So these are all the signs that the recession is coming. And as you, particularly wherever you are in the world, wherever you are, you must have seen the cost of the goods, the cost of the services has increased drastically, specifically in the past 2 years, right? Pre-COVID and today's prices are significantly different, right? So let's say if you go to Walmart or Costco or Asda, if you're in UK, right, you can a little, if you can clearly see the difference of what you are paying for for uh, for apples, for bananas, or for bread, right? The cost has increased. Similarly, the energy cost has increased as well, right? We have seen the house prices has gone drastically up in the past 2 years. I can tell you about Canada, I can tell you about UK. The average house price has increased. So let's say in Calgary, the cost of a detached house was roughly around 500,000 to 550,000. Now it has increased, and the average cost is around 650,000. Similarly in UK, let's say the cost was average detached house cost were 250,000 pounds. Now it has increased to 350,000 pounds. So when we see to all these figures, when we see to all these figures and to all these numbers, if we can clearly see that the prices has increased for nothing, right? It's just a bubble. And why the prices has increased, if you look into those constraints, the first one is the supply in the chain, the second one is the demand. Demand is always there, because as the population is increasing, as the world is growing, there are a lot of more and more people who want to have their own home, who want to have a place where they can live, and they want to move out from the parents' family, from the parents' house, or they're getting married. It really depends upon the situation to situation. So the house price is never going to drop. The only thing which is a concern over here is that the supply and demand, the construction cost has increased, and with the increase in the fuel prices because of the COVID-19, as the economy is opened after that, and because the Saudi Arabia and other countries have cut down the production. So it's all the demand and supply thing, right? And as the economy opened, the production level didn't meet up to that requirement, and that's why the cost of the shipping, cost of the moving the fleet from one place to another increased, and that increased the construction cost, that increased the material cost, that increased the raw material cost. So by looking into all these factors, I can tell you, unless and until we are in the normal phase of the demand and the supply, and we have a normal sequential production of the things, whatever industry you want to talk about, the prices are not going to come down, right? Yes, with the interest rate rising, with the Fed increasing the interest rate, what it will do is it will slow down that exponential rise in the prices. And definitely with the Fed increasing the interest rate, what will happen is basically it is if you're borrowing the loan from a bank, right, you have to pay more interest on it. So definitely you're not going to borrow that money. But what happened in COVID-19 is basically the countries printed so much money. The Canada printed so much money, the US printed so much money, so they devalued their own currency because they brought a lot of more, there's a lot of supply of